All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
What's going on, everybody? So in this video, I want to go over a few things that I look for specifically to find market bottoms. This is probably the best thing that you can do to find market bottoms. Instead of drawing a trend line or whatever these analysts, these so-called analysts are doing to try to find market bottoms, I promise you I've been using this for years and years and it's worked for me. And I'd like to share it with you guys. So I'm going to do my best to explain this. So let's start out with number one, leveraged longs get wrecked. Let me drag you guys down here and show you exactly what we're talking about. So basically what you'll see is, say a trend line breakout or something or whatever these people are doing. And then all of a sudden, all the analysts on the internet say it's time to buy, it's time to buy. So they buy here, right? And then what you'll see is the leverage longs get wrecked, right? So you'll see price push down, they'll buy more, price push down, they'll buy more. And what happens is eventually these guys get completely liquidated at the bottom here, ladies and gentlemen. So it's just, it's a zero-sum game, the markets, and this is just how things work. Let's go to number two, weak hands panic sell. So exactly what I was talking about here, what you'll see is, people are buying here and they're buying, price will push down, they'll buy here, price will push down. And at this point, this is where the weak hands are panic selling. So smart money is buying at the bottom and dumb money is selling at the bottom. It's a zero-sum game. In order for me to make money, somebody has to lose money, ladies and gentlemen. It's just the way things work. And it's really sad. I hate to look at it from that angle, but let's go on here. So people lose hope. The thing is, which is crazy, everybody at the bottom, nobody believes that the market is going any higher. Let me drag you here and show you. So it's scary at the bottom. Or look at this. Like, when you're trying to buy and it looks like it's just going to continue going down forever and ever, this is the best time to buy, but it's so hard to buy there because I remember walking into a store. There was a Bitcoin ATM store and the guy was like, he's like, man, it's all over. Don't you know Bitcoin's going to zero and da, da, da. This was not that long ago, a couple of years ago, but those are the times to buy. You want to buy when there's blood in the street, right? When it looks like it's hopeless and it's never going to go up again. These are the times that you're going to want to start looking to buy. And I'm going to get into this indicator and stuff like that in a little bit. So this indicator's got 100% accuracy. We'll get into that in a bit. So everyone is saying price is headed lower. That's the thing, right? Like, we haven't heard that yet. We haven't heard everybody get on the same train and everybody talk about how price is going to head lower. One more leg down, one more leg down. Right now, the only people that are saying that there's one more leg down is people like me and a couple other people. But most of the people I've noticed, it's a little split, but most of the people I've noticed are talking about how, we're about to shoot up and da da da. Because there's a lot of emotion tied to that, I believe, right? So yeah, like I think we're waiting for the final leg down to this blue area, like we've seen over here, over there, over there, over there. But I'll get into that in 1 second here. Let me move on to this part right here. Aggressive shorting starts. Then the market reverses. So I guess what we're waiting on is we're waiting on aggressive shorts to start, all these longs to get liquidated, and then new shorts to come in. All those shorts get liquidated, and then the market will reverse when everybody's lost hope, when it's all doom and gloom, and everybody's given up on this market. Those are the times to buy, guys. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. This is some advice from Warren Buffett that absolutely stuck throughout the years. So let's get into this chart right here. Basically, what we're seeing is every time price pulls back to this blue area, this is the time to buy, right? It seems so, like, let me just show you guys this really quick. These are all the bear market bottoms. Bear market bottom, bear market bottom, bear market bottom, bear market bottom. You can see that the timing is structurally the same. So this is roughly the same amount of time, right? So give or take. So what are we expecting here? We're expecting price to pull back into this blue band right here, like it's done every single time before. There's a million other reasons too, but just the sentiment is not there yet for us to start expecting a market bottom. Like, people are not enough people have felt the pain of this bear market yet, ladies and gentlemen. And not to mention there's the timing, structurally, the price, all these different things are showing me that we have a lot further to go to the downside. Anyways, I want to show you guys a few more charts. So we're going to get into a few more charts here. So let's move on. All right, so we're going to speed through a few more charts here. And basically all these charts are showing me the same thing. This is the BitMEX liquidation bands on the monthly. And basically all this is showing is that we have one more leg to the downside to get to this area eventually right here. So we can come down, liquidate all the longs, all the over leveraged longs, and continue. And this chart, as far as I'm concerned, we're nowhere near the bottom of this market. So I'm going to speed through. We're going to go through this quickly. Right here, the same thing, right? We got 427 days, bear market. 427 days, bear market, 427 days, bear market, and 427 days, bear market. We're literally only about halfway through this move, ladies and gentlemen. We have much more room to go to the downside. A, B, C to the downside, keeping it super simple. I've showed you guys this chart before. You know, I do not think we're at the bear market bottom, not even close, right? Let's take a look at this chart. Keeping this really simple, guys. Look, bear market bottom, bull market top, bear market bottom, bull market top, bear market bottom, bull market top. So it stands to reason that this right here is going to be the bear market bottom as far as I'm concerned. All right, guys, the last chart I want to show you guys is this chart right here. I believe we are in the denial phase of the market. And I believe that's what this is showing, the denial phase right here. Before the final leg to the downside, the anger, the depression, the disbelief, all the emotions people start feeling down here in the area that we're going to be looking to buy. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to know exactly where I'm buying, then make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and all that good stuff. So moving on, I believe we're in the denial phase of the market. And I believe this chart right here proves that, right? So let me drag you. I believe this move right here is the same as this move right here is the same as this move right here when it comes to structure and where we are in the market. So keeping it really simple, guys, what we're looking at here is price bounces up to the 0.382 level, bounces down underneath the 200-day moving average, and then puts the final leg to the downside, right? You see the same thing over here. Price bounces up to the 0.382 level underneath the 200-day moving average, and then final move to the downside, right? And I think we're looking at the exact same thing right here, right now. So price is pressing up against the 200-day moving average. It's already roughly kind of bounced off the 0.382 level. We might still have one more leg to the upside, which would be completely fine as far as I'm concerned. Like I said in my previous videos, as long as we don't fly over 98K, this high right here, as long as we don't go over 98K, get above and hold above, then the structure stays exactly the same. We stay macro bearish, and we wait for this thing to bottom. Super easy, ladies and gentlemen. So we're waiting on one more leg to the downside, and we're going to be buying in this whole area, guys. I'm going to be buying here, 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 wherever. Like the whole bottom, we're going to be buying the whole time. I'm going to be making my positions public, and I'll know more, obviously, as time progresses. So ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to know exactly what I'm doing, when I'm buying, and all that good stuff, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Love you guys. I'm out. Peace.